We grew up playing video games, saving worlds that never looked like ours. We followed rhythms that didn't come from where we grew up, fought as heroes who didn't speak like us, and explored stories that never mentioned where we came from. Meanwhile, outside the screen, Afro-Ecuadorian culture was always alive, in the drums, in the marimba, in bodies that move as celebration and resistance, powerful, rich, and deeply rooted, yet invisible in video games. Rongú is born from that absence, from asking why such a powerful culture is rarely the protagonist, why its music isn't mechanics, why its dance isn't combat, why its story isn't something you can play. Rongú is not just a rhythm game, it's an invitation to feel, listen to, and play a culture that has always been here, waiting to be seen. We are an Ecuadorian video game studio that believes in the power of art and technology, and we may or may not be slightly enslaved by your product manager. The programming is done by Isma, Alejandro, and Sergi. We also have design and 3D made by Lizardo, Kale, and Andrea. Direction and production are led by Brian Flores. Music is created by Martin and Juan, and communication is handled by Brandon Cañar. Game concept. Rongú is a rhythmic RPG that tells the story of its protagonist's escape after the invasion of his village. Taking refuge in the forest, Rongú must reconnect with the ancestral Afro-Ecuadorian rhythms to summon the spirits and face the challenges that will mark his path. Each battle beats to the rhythm of the music, where rhythm becomes the strength, memory, and resistance of a historically marginalized population.
Key characters: Rongú, protagonist, warrior of freedom, and heir to the forgotten tradition. El Duende, mischievous creature from Andean myths, master of natural rhythm. Papa Rongo, grandfather of the protagonist, guardian of ancestral musical knowledge.
Main mechanics. Rongú's gameplay is structured around two axes: turn-based rhythmic combat, where the player uses musical instruments to attack, enhance abilities, or execute counterattacks. Each action must be performed in time with the music. Hitting the beat strengthens the attacks, and missing it weakens them. Narrative RPG. Through dialogues with the different beings in the world, the player discovers the story of Rongú. The decisions made generate alliances or conflicts, directly influencing the development of the narrative and the possible endings.
Value proposition. Rongú stands out for its strong cultural identity. Inspired by Afro-Ecuadorian music, myths, and tradition, we have created a unique sound identity that is deeply connected to its history and form of expression. Here, music is not just background noise. It is mechanics, narrative, and meaning.
Target audience. According to public data from Steam, role-playing games, RPGs, remain one of the platform's most popular genres, accounting for a significant portion of overall revenue. For example, Crypt of the Necrodancer, a prominent indie rhythm game, has sold over 2.2 million copies on Steam and generated over 9.5 million in gross revenues since its launch, illustrating the commercial potential and viability of projects within genres that are less dominant than traditional RPGs. Based on this data, Rongú is targeting players aged 18 to 35 who are interested in rhythm games, RPGs, and indies with a strong cultural and narrative focus.
Next steps. At this stage, we have validated the main mechanics through the tutorial. The next step is to expand the game world with its first level, deepening the story and introducing the first boss, La Tunda. Face her. The player must find a new instrument, the bombo, which will unlock new skills and deepen the combat system.
At the same time, we're building a community. We currently have more than 2,000 followers on TikTok, and our goal is to double this number and build loyalty through a wish list with the launch of our Steam page. To continue the development, we will seek funding and strategic partners. The project will be presented to financing platforms such as Exola and Ingenia Zapopan, in addition to seeking support from private companies through local incentives in Ecuador.